What is going on, guys? Today we have got another record breaker. It is none other than big boy Falcao. He is back on people's kind of eye. He has got an 87 upgrade from an 80, common 80 as well, and he's had some really nice upgrades. A plus 19 on his pace, 10 on his shooting, 11 on the physical, 9 on dribbling, 7 on defending, and 7 also on passing. So a huge upgrade for him. He is discard value at the moment, and that is 69,000, so 70,000 for instance if you round up. You can discard this card for 69, but you could, I don't know if you can now still, I feel like they've changed the kind of price ranges. You could yesterday get rid of him for 10,000 coins, or you can discard him for 69. Don't understand, but he is back with a record breaker, and honestly I just wanted to try him out. We managed to actually pack him out of an ultimate pack, so pretty happy to get him. It's a guaranteed 70k in the bank. Can't complain at that one bit. In general, it doesn't look like he's going to change much, but maybe a super sub, maybe someone just a bit fresh to go in. Loving the design at the moment. What I want to know from you is how many special cards do you have in your club? I'll have a count through mine, and I will comment underneath the pinned tweet on this video. Let me know down below what you think, and let's get into it. So Falcao is a 3-star skiller with the 4-star weak foot. He is right-footed, standing at 5'10" with a high medium work rate, attacking to defensive, and he has an average body type. He is a little bit older. He is 34 years old, so we're going to see a very nice generations from him in the end of the review, so definitely stay tuned for all of that. And again, like and subscribe if you do enjoy this content. We're trying to absolutely smash out all of these whilst we have the chance. So with Falcao, his upgrade mainly lies with his pace, mainly lies with his physical side of him, and just overall rating. Going up a +7 is pretty nutty in my opinion. He's already got very nice shooting. He's got decent dribbling in the terms of not necessarily going round people and skilling and all that good stuff, but mainly in just his ability on the ball. And I think what Falcao has always been like is, I always kind of mention it as like the Berbatov era. Very good at kind of being on the ball, doesn't necessarily move too much, can shoot like anybody, has a wonderful finish, just cannot run as quick as someone like a Messi and Neymar. Again, the comparison is just to get the extreme. It's like going with a Deulofeu, just because we've done him with a Rodrigo. If Falcao got an upgrade with 95 pace, I guarantee Deulofeu, Rodrigo would still feel faster. Mainly from animations, from body type, from height. There's loads and loads of kind of variables that go into all of this. And Falcao for me was actually a lot better than his 80. Obviously, I think anyone could have said that, but in terms of the upgrade, normally what we see with these big upgrades, we saw it with Cruz last year, with these massive pace increases, they seem faster, but it doesn't seem as good as what you kind of imagine it. An 83 pace Falcao with the right animations would be absolutely nutty, because you can go and whack a hunter on him. You could go and whack an engine, or anything that gives you any more pace. Because if you was to whack a hunter on him, for instance, you get a 95 shooting, 93 pace Falcao. It turns him into a 93 striker, which we'll have a look at the end review just to see what you'd actually want to do with him. But he will not feel like he's got 93 pace. He'll feel a little bit less than that. Not saying that he doesn't feel fast at all. He definitely feels quicker. I wouldn't necessarily say absolutely rapid, but mixed with his shooting ability, which is just amazing. In general, that is always a really nice stat to have. 93 finishing on the base. Anything you put on him that's shooting wise, it's going to 99, and that is just a wonderful stat to have on him. Dribbling wise, we've got 92 composure on the base. Absolutely phenomenal there. We've got 90 ball control, 92 reactions, with 85 agility and balance, which for me is really good. I feel like this card for me is going to be mainly a super sub if anything. Maybe into rivals. I don't know if I'd trust him in foot champs, just because of the sweat that we've got going on with the defense that we're coming up against. The Varans, the Virgils, the Gomez's, now coming into the icon kind of era of the game. I just don't feel like he's going to be able to kind of... You want a player up front who's going to score you the goals. Not necessarily that you always have to assist them, but I want him to be able to create as well. And I think Falcao, that's where he would struggle a lot more. I feel like he could definitely score them if it's on a plate for him, if we give him the opportunity. But in terms of making the goals, like how an Mbappe would do, how a Werner would do, where they just absolutely make it out of nothing, I don't feel like this card has it in him. personally. I may be wrong. I may think that some people may be absolutely cracking with him. But in terms of what he holds, what his kind of like capabilities are, I feel like that's where he falls short. In terms of the other stats, great heading. Great heading. If you are looking for an objective with that, him as a super sub would be absolutely phenomenal. But if we do go into some of the gameplay with him, we used him in a bit of friendlies, a bit of rivals, a bit of everything really. We tried him just to see how he kind of comes up against different opponents. We saw already within the first 9 minutes, managing to get that cheeky finesse goal round the keeper. Easy open space, and like I say, if you can give it to him on a plate, he is always scoring no matter what. He has got a fantastic finish on him. He doesn't miss very often. We do see attempts like this, gets the open space, maybe should have took one more touch, and instead of finessing, went for that driven shot or the kind of power shot more than anything. That's personally my kind of issue with shooting. Sometimes it pulls off, sometimes it doesn't. We see him getting the ball here again, and this is another aspect of him. Bit of pace there, lovely little bit of acceleration, gets dragged down. You've got a free kick taker. You're absolutely in the money with a 22 free kick yard, 20-yard shot or whatever it is. But we see again, a little bit of volleys going on, and then we see a couple of headers just to finish off. His shooting is very nice in general. I feel like that element of him couldn't get really much better. He's got incredible on the feet, really good in the air, and honestly is a fun card to play with. Like I say, I think mainly with these cards is I absolutely love the design. I feel like it's a nice fresh kind of aspect to it, and he's a good-ish player. So if we do go into the overall with him, like you can see, 3-star, 4-star, average, right foot 5'10", high medium, and in terms of chemistry styles, as we see, Engine, Hunter, Hawk, all of the ones that I thought might be. Engine is the one that's going to kind of get him the well-rounded, more of the kind of centre-forward cam role, in my opinion, because you get that bit more of a dribbling, a little bit of pace, and a bit more of the passing. Whereas if he was going out-and-out striker with him and really kind of want him as that hold-up striker, Hunter is not a bad one. I feel like you are wasting a little bit with the shooting because he's not really getting too much of an upgrade from what he already has, but it's mainly for that pace. I feel like that is what people will go towards. Hawk, I don't even know what Hawk is this year. Pace, shooting, and physical. I suppose, again, that's quite a nice one because you get more of the well-rounded shooting. Turning him into a 93 rated striker again, you just get less of the pace, but acceleration is still at 91. I really can't really argue with that one as well. I think either of them, or all three of them, have their kind of own rights to be in the top mentions of it. And in terms of players that you want to link him with, I think Turkish League is kind of a lost cause at the moment. We will see more and more come into it, so if you if you do have him untradeable, then obviously holding him, there will be more players that come through. But at the minute, I think Colombian League, or Colombian Nation, in fact, would be the way to go. James obviously has a one to watch if you finish that SBC. You also have a Caldrado if you wanted to use a right back and move him into like a CM, CDM to link him that way. And then also in the storylines that we had this month for this season, we got in level 15, we had a Tello, and obviously you could link him to Road to the Final Muriel as well. Don't know if they're actually through or not. I need to kind of have a look at that. But other than that, you've got a few decent links there. Nothing too crazy in terms to get him as the starting player. But I think Falcao for me would be a very, very nice super sub in general. Generation wise, this is where it's interesting because we have a FIFA 10 generation. We have got him playing for Porto at 82 rated. He then made his move to Atletico Madrid where it absolutely popped off for him. Going from an 82 all the way up to an 86 in 1 year, then into an 88 with multiple refreshes, having a little spat at Monaco, I want to say that is, and then obviously getting an inform and team of the season during FIFA 13. He then went over to Monaco at FIFA 14 and also transferred to Manchester United with his 90 rated card. I can't believe it was that long ago. That is unreal. Then in FIFA 15, he decided to change his Man U boots for the ones in blue down in London for Chelsea, and he played with them, got a massive, massive downgrade in FIFA 15 from 88 all the way down to 83. Doesn't do things with lightheartedness, and then he managed to go and get himself back at Monaco, where the next year he managed to go back-to-back team of the seasons. Then he went and got himself a Road to the Final Europa card in FIFA 19. FIFA 20 managed to get a team of the season again with Galatasaray, where he lies at the moment in the Turkish League, and he's now got himself an 87 already. Can we see a team of the season Falcao later on this year? It'll be interesting. He's one of them ones that I think is kind of the nostalgia of it. He's been in a few decent clubs, really. Monaco isn't awful. I think Ben Yedder's obviously got the spotlight there. They're known for Mbappe. Obviously, Real Madrid, Man U, Chelsea, two big clubs in England, and then his time at Atletico. We know what Madrid is like with their strikers, with Aguero, Falcao. I think, is it Crespo? I want to say it was Crespo at some point. There's another icon striker that was there, Diego Forlan, in fact. I know he's not an icon, but massive, massive strikers, and that is where really he kind of popped off in the FIFA scene. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. I've personally given him a 7.5. I feel Super Sub is definitely the way to go. Wouldn't recommend for FUT Champs too much unless you have no other options. Maybe you're kind of building a team together. You don't really have the money for Super Subs. Then potentially he could be a hold-up striker, someone who's got that strength to keep the ball in your play in the 80th, 90th minute to win you that match at 2-1. He couldn't be a better choice for that, really. I feel like that is a good option for him. But in terms of to get you the goal back and to initiate goals, I probably would look elsewhere. I've got Werner and maybe an informed Lukaku as a very similar sort of player to go with. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.